Welcome back, everyone, to another Cheap Labor Podcast episode. My name is Justyn. Along with me is my brother Jaykob, and today we have a very special guest. We have our mother. How are you doing today, Mom?
I am doing wonderful.
You look very wonderful, too.
Thank you.
You got your hair done. Oh, yeah. If you guys didn't see our episode, or our last episode, we have a new soundboard, and today Jacob's going to be in charge of it.
Extra thick!
Oh my gosh.
Like his mama.
Oh my.
What?
Yes,
Rated R.
I like how this episode started off.
What?
Okay, but yeah, this one's more of an interview type episode. So today we're just going to be asking questions coming from me and Jaykob, and coming from the people who follow us on Instagram. So today we're going to ask her, or my first question is, Mom, how was it being the youngest of 10?
Oh, goodness. It was interesting. As all of you who know me know that I'm really loud. And it wasn't by choice. I was born into a loud family. I am the youngest of 10. With that being said, if I wasn't loud, I didn't get heard. Mm-hmm. And I like to be heard. That's my boys. Yeah. So, anywho, it was interesting. We lived in the barrio. We lived in a 3-bedroom house, 1 bath. Yeah, 1 bath, and there was 12.
And all you guys lived together at the same time?
Same time. I believe by the time I was 7, when I was 7, my eldest sister got married, and then within like 6 months, my second to the oldest sister got married. So for the most part, yes. The way that it worked was Mom and Dad had their room. The girls had 2 queen-size beds, 3 girls to a bed. I always went with my mama and my daddy, you know. And then the boys, there was a bunk bed and a twin bed, and one of my brothers refused to sleep with the stinkies because they were stinky. So he slept in the living room, and I think it was a pull-out couch or even the floor. But yeah.
He stinks, and I don't like him.
Is that how you felt?
That's how they felt. I didn't sleep there. My sisters weren't stinky, thank God. So, but yeah, it was interesting. There was never a dull moment. My parents were hardcore with us. They didn't mess around. We didn't get away with nothing. Everybody had a scheduled, we had a chore schedule, you know. Mm-hmm. My brothers know how to cook, clean, and everything. As so do we, the girls. We all know how to cook. Some of us not as good, but you know. Anyways, but yeah, everybody did their part. We really were a team, and we knew who to mess with and who not. You didn't mess with your mama because anywhere that she was at and you weren't, she would get you. Like, she would throw things, and it was like literally the chancla would find you like a boomerang. Or she would just, you know, do the smacking.
What was the most weirdest thing that she hit either you or a sibling with?
The weirdest thing.
Or the weirdest location where someone got smacked.
She hit me on my ankles, and I wasn't bad. I just questioned everything. She was used to, you know, my older sisters just see mom. Me, 2nd grade, I'm like, you're not doing my hair anymore. I don't like those trenzas, you know. I don't want to look like the Inda Maria. So I was just straight out like, you know, I'm very free-spirited, very outspoken, and I don't have a poker face. So you people that ask the questions, you know what? You better have some good questions because I don't have a poker face.
Because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
Yeah. I sure don't. But anyways, so one time, I don't know what she did, but I ran from her, and I thought I was slick, and I was just like, you know, jumping up. Yeah, galloping, exactly. Galloping, and tras, right on the side of my ankle. Ooh, and I'm like, sure, I ain't gonna cry. And I just remember, like, walking like nothing, and then I got in my room, and I'm all, because it hurt, but I wasn't gonna show that to her, because, you know.
You conveniently forgot why you were running. Why?
She was trying to hit me.
Oh, I see. So, like...
I think I rolled my eyes, and you'll know throughout the video, that's just my face. I can't control it, you know? Yeah. And she hated it, and she thought that, you know what, if I smack her enough, it's gonna go, and I think it would make it worse. But like, you know? So, yeah, it was interesting. I love my big family. We are all polar opposite of each other. It's funny. We all have characteristics of our parents, for sure. I'm more like my dad, you know.
I can see that, yeah.
In the sense of my characterism is stronger. Dad didn't take anybody's word for it. His whole thing always was actions speak louder than words, you know. Somebody that isn't punctual isn't responsible, and I live by that. My boys know that. I am very punctual. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say I've never been late, but my heart is I try to be punctual, and if I say something, I'm a woman of my word. And that's one of the biggest things that Dad bestowed in us is you have to be a person of your word or no one's ever gonna believe. And that's what it is. Me, I am amazing in a sense where I am very loyal. I'm a good friend. But the moment you start lying or being shade, ooh, I don't do well with that.
Yeah,
so
don't mess with Mom.
Yeah.
no, and it's not a matter of mess. I got all kinds of love for people, but I am never going to feel that I owe anything. I strictly do things out of my heart because I love the person. They're, you know, very important to me. But when I see that getting taken advantage of is when my boy bye, you know, comes up. But yeah.
Don't try it.
Don't. Anyways.
Man, these sound bites are really working.
Yeah.
Today.
Came in clutch.
Is there any soundbite you like, Mom?
I don't remember what you have.
How about this one?
Well, that one's Jacob's.
Oh my gosh, that is Jacob's one. I don't know. I might need one of those for some of the questions.
Oh, I got some.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So, do you have any questions from for Mom?
I don't think so. I think we can get into the questions from our
Well-
guests.
Well, okay. Right now, we had a poll.
And hold up real quick. I did ask them to share the questions because they know their mom, and I don't want them to be all cray and embarrassed when I answer them. So they were warned, and they chose not to. So
Well, we wanted to have a not necessarily catch you off guard, but it makes it more authentic and real. And we had Dad check, like, hey, Dad,
Yeah.
we don't think these questions are bad. We just think that they're just funny or interesting. And he just was like, oh, that's a good one, or he just laughed at it. So Dad gave us the okay, because he
Okay.
wouldn't want to embarrass you.
alrighty.
Yeah, so our first Instagram question comes from, we got this from Jacob's friend. Do you
friends.
think the universe is just an infinite cycle of life and extinction? Starting off real easy.
What the?
Where's the one about the brain? Because that's how I feel right now.
She's doing.
I think my brain just committed suicide.
For reals. What does that even mean?
Do you think it's like an infinite cycle where a being dies, gets reborn again, and just keeps going in that loop?
I don't. I think everybody's unique, and yes, do you have characteristics of like someone in your gene pool? Absolutely, but no,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So, like, what you're saying is you are born in like whatever year you're born in, and then when you die, that's it. You're just from that little time era, out of the whole time, like in the universe.
Yes,
It's been around.
I think so.
Okay. I
Makes
think you
sense.
answered that question very well.
Well, thank you.
Now, I think the next one gets a little bit easier. Do you believe in reincarnation? Why or why not?
No.
I think my brain just committed
Oh
suicide.
my gosh.
No, but I think you kind of just answered
Yeah,
that one too.
I did. No, I don't. I mean, do some people act like animals? Yeah, they do. But I don't think they were reincarnated from, one.
Do you want to say any names? Just kidding.
I'd be here all night.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay.
I'm just saying.
So you don't believe in it. So why
No.
not?
I don't. I believe that God creates us and we are all individually made, meaning that there's nobody like me, there's nobody like y'all. I believe that we are unique, and I don't believe in reincarnation. I don't see that. Now, like I said, it goes back to like your genetic pool and things like there's a lot of characteristics I have of my father. There's a lot of characteristics that my baby boy, even though he tried to act like he don't, he's just like his mother. And there are other things that my other sons have.
The other one.
Extra thick!
That's right. So, you know what I mean? Like, But I don't believe in reincarnation.
Okay, well said.
Well
now we
said.
got question number 3. They're not all weird.
Mm.
Oh, I can't.
Okay, so this one is Raymond, and I'm gonna try to decipher.
And I know
it.
you, Raymond. Really?
Yeah, I try to read it, and I know
why do you believe in God? Were you raised in a family of religion, or
So I am a cradle Catholic. What does a cradle Catholic mean? That I was born into the religion. I've known nothing but being Catholic.
Okay.
I believe that all of this around us is not possible without God's creation. God created all of that. God created us. And I do believe in God. God is the center key of our life, of what we have, of what He's given us. So let me see. Being a Catholic is all that I know. I've never questioned my faith. I mean, I've been a religious ed teacher for years. Actually, this is my first year in 14 consecutive years that I won't be teaching. That was a choice I decided to change. Goodness. Anyways, so yeah, I am a Catholic. I'm proud of it. Does that mean that I don't like other religions? Absolutely not. We all have different beliefs. Many are very similar, but this is all that I've known, and it's what has gotten me through life. I think without God, all of my struggles in my life, I wouldn't have been able to get away from or overcome them without God.
Okay.
Very good. Nice.
All right.
This one is from Christine. She writes, when is she writing her own recipe book?
I don't know. I have a cookbook that I bought a while back. I think it was for my 40th birthday. I had all this Amazon money, and I ordered it, and it's the kind that you fill in. So I've had it for a while, and I haven't even started it.
Yeah, you don't really follow recipes. You always make your own. And since, like how you mentioned that you have like the one where you write in, I feel like that one fits you best because you can always alter.
Exactly. And that's why I bought it. I love me some Pinterest. Oh my goodness. I love me some Pinterest. So I get a lot of my recipes from Pinterest, and my diet has really changed in the last couple of years. And I mean, I have my ups and my downs right now. I'm a real up. But anyways, COVID. Yeah, right. I just love cooking and eating. So anyways, I tweak a lot of my recipes. I am not good with following directions.
Write that down, write that down!
So when I do my recipes, I tweak a lot of them, and I normally do mental notes. I know that I'm getting to the age where I need to write things down, because sometimes I'm like, wait, did I put that or did I not? So I think sooner than later, Christine, I will be having a recipe book, and we will see from there.
That'd be very good to read. And then her follow-up question is, can she literally break people like a stick?
Yes, if they mess with my family. And you are my family, baby girl, so watch out.
She's got your back. Next question is from Ethan.
Poorly spelled Kien. He didn't spell Kien right. Está el papi chulo.
So I hope he's asking me who's my papi chulo. My papi chulo is my beloved husband of 24 years, 25 in March. He has been my papi chulo since I was, 15 and a half. So I've been with... How does that go with coughing? Really? Hi. So yes, my husband and I have been together for a very long time, actually more than half of my life. And he is my papi chulo. Sorry, you're my little papacito, not my papi chulo.
Sorry, Ethan.
King Daniel, our beloved nephew, asked you, what is your favorite food?
See, that's a hard one, because I like everything. There's not anything that I,
Is there a type
don't
of food
like.
that you never get tired of?
Oh, I love me some steak.
Yes.
Steak is, I love steak.
Are you the type of person to pair steak with wine or just any type of wine?
Mommy can drink wine with anything. So, yeah, I like a good red wine, but I like red wine anyways. I'm not a dessert wine girl. The Kool-Aid, no, that's not for me. So, no, I don't really pair it with anything. I can just, I love steak. Any way I can get it, ribeye, yeah.
Very
Very
nice. The next question is
from
part
Daniel
2 from
again.
Daniel. What was your favorite part of high school?
Oh my. What was my favorite part of high school? Probably lunch. I'm just kidding. I was not a fan of school, period. I just hated, the...
I know you liked PE. Just kidding.
Okay.
Wait, that's ceramics.
You calling me a liar?
Oh, I remember you told me, maybe you can say this on the podcast,
my.
your ceramics, how you did not like
Okay,
ceramics.
so that was my least favorite class. Okay, so, you gotta remember, I'll be 43. So, back in my day, acrylics were a big thing, and I was a teller. I was a teller. So, I always wanted, my hands to look good. And I had the big old ghetto nails. I'm not even going to lie. And I was cute. I don't even care. I was super cute. And I love my nails, okay?
My hair!
And my hair. Mm-hmm. Which I got it done today, finally. Woo! It was terrible.
Leave
But
some
anyways.
love in the comments for my mom's hair.
So, anyways... My teacher was Mr. Dawson. He was also a PE teacher. And let me tell you about this man. I want to say he was a ginger. And he had tiny little white shorts. Okay? White shorts. And they were tiny. Like my type of Daisy Dukes back in high school.
What the?
Exactly. And he was like, don't get me wrong. Ooh, there went my ring. Don't get me wrong.
Hold my ring.
Hold my ring. It's getting good. So anyways, he would always get at me because, when you have long nails and you're doing
What do you mean,
ceramics,
get at you?
like, you would get docked if you weren't wearing your coveralls. You would get docked if you couldn't bring up, your bowl or whatever it is that you were doing. So I was always rolling in there and just, I hated ceramics, okay? So I was always like, whatever, dude. And I would wear my coveralls. Sometimes I didn't, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because, it didn't go with my outfit. Duh.
Obviously.
Right? So with my nails, when you're bringing up, for the bowls and stuff, if you have long nails and you move it, it just goes and it rings it off.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, I couldn't, for the love of me, get it going. So my neighbor, was super nice. And I'm like, Billy, can you help me? And I did them. And he's like, sure. So he got up real quick, brought it up. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I still had to finish, like, the lip part of it. I did it, and I was all excited, right? Like, the excitement. I'm loud, like I said. I was loud then, too. And I'm all... woohoo, all excited because I was able to get it up, even though he halfway did it for me, but still. So here comes Mr. Dawson, and he goes, oh, wow, okay, impressive, good. And he sticks his finger in it.
Psych!
No, that was not a psych. He stuck his finger in it. So if anybody that knows who took ceramics, that's, you stick your finger in something, it just goes...
It flips out.
Oh, I
What
was
a
so
jerk.
pissed. So I grabbed my sponge, and what you're not supposed to do is, when you're spinning, because ours were old school. Remember, I'm old. It was, you had to like pedal it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, I started going real fast, and I grabbed my sponge with water, and I went whoosh. It just went whoosh all on his clothes, and he just all ran down. And I'm like, I guess somebody should have been wearing their coveralls, huh?
Oh, roasted.
And
Good
he
lord.
just
You have a
walked
soundbite for
away.
that?
Woo!
And he just walked away. He absolutely hated me, but he could not flunk me because I always got a way to do what I needed to do. So, anyways.
Moral of the story?
He stinks, and I don't like him.
He was mean. He was
Sounds
just
like a jerk.
Yeah.
he was a jerk, and he was always like that with us girls because he thought, oh, we couldn't do it. And I had attitude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. But half of the time it's because he was just being a jerk.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Well
So
deserved.
that was high school.
So you didn't have a favorite part? You just had a bunch of bad parts?
Not a whole
That was
bunch
a
of
favorite
bad parts.
memory, just
Yeah, that was
like a retribution type thing.
Yeah, I was never into any of the clubs. I wasn't,
Not even like
Not even
activities
like ASB.
with your friends?
No, everything was after school.
Very cool.
No.
Alright, cool. Now we have this question. This comes from my Nina. What was your favorite perfume back in the 90s, and do they still sell it, and do you still wear it?
So back in the 90s, my favorite perfume was I still use it, yes, is Sunflower by Elizabeth Arden. I love it, and I do use it. What?
I don't know
why
why
are you
you're
I
laughing?
know, sunflower.
Well, that was the name of it, dude.
No.
So anyways, that one, and then what else? That was my 90s perfume.
Okay. Next question comes from her son. What's her amazing cupcake secret recipe? Is it top secret? Okay, I'll stop. The FBI is busting down his door.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I have a secret recipe. It's just I make them with love. Just kidding.
Write that down, write that down!
I think the best part of my recipe is you need to sift your flour, and you need to use milk, not water.
Milk, not water. And do people normally sift their flour?
Not lazy people.
Not lazy.
I'm just kidding. No, a lot of people don't, but sifting is what makes the
Oh, it makes it like
just
fluffier?
it makes fluffy and airy and yeah. Mm-hmm.
No.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Very cool. Next question
This
is
one
from
comes from
cousin Sophie.
Cousin Sophie, read it, Jacob.
Do you know the secret to having knees that can still drop it low and get back up?
Oh, the secret is to never ever stop dropping it and picking it back up. That's the secret. I love dancing. My boys are appalled. And you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. I love dancing. And what my sweet Sophie means is I love dancing, and I will drop it. And I will pick it back up, and I don't fall.
For the people who haven't seen my mom dance, it's she has probably easily the best stamina I've ever seen. Because there's people like on the dance floor that dance and then they're tired and get water.
Sweaty.
Mom doesn't stop.
Mom
Nope. And
just doesn't stop.
just to clarify, I don't gotta be intoxicated. Mama
Very
don't need no
true.
alcohol for that. Because, I mean, you can play something right now and I will start dancing. I love music. I grew up with music, okay? My cumbias, my oldest sister used to bump the cumbias. We used to dance in the room. When it was time to clean the house, we always had music going on from different genres to everything. My mom always makes fun of me because she says, "Oh no, tú no eres mexicana. I'm not I'm gonna bump to mariachi music. Oh, I'm gonna bump. That's just not my
She says
thing."
that to
She does that
everybody.
to just
Yeah,
if
she
they
does.
Don't, if they don't
But
do the most
FYI, my
bicep thing.
first concert was to Juan Gabriel, and I was pregnant with my baby boy over here.
What the?
And I love Juan Gabriel. Querida. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my god, I don't care!
Oh, that's rude.
Wow. Okay, vas a ver.
And then, coming from Seth, what advice do you have to be successful? And
And a follow-up
would a
question.
lobster be a good pet?
Okay, I'm gonna say a lobster would not be a good pet because I would boil that.
Oh, no.
I would
I do
eat
not
it.
control the speed at which
I
lobsters
love lobster. So
Me too.
it would not be a good pet in this household
Not
because
at all.
it would be dinner puppy. Sorry. And what advice do I have to be successful? I don't know that I would call myself successful. I think that I'm very blessed. And my advice to become happy, successful, is to have God in your life, because without God, you don't have anything. And everything that I have is because He gave it to me. And I worked hard for it. So hard work is one of the things that you need to do. Nothing that comes easy is for you.
Yeah, and to add on to that, I honestly believe my mom is one of the most honest people you will ever encounter. And because she's staying true to herself, she's getting what is best for herself. So I feel like being hardworking and being honest is
Very true.
big key factors. And I agree with her on the whole lobster.
Yeah.
And
No
then
chance.
we have one from Gabby. She asked, which one of her black family members is her favorite?
Oh my gosh, that's so easy. My baby girl Gabby. Love you, madre. You're too funny.
No love for Uncle Tony.
I love your uncle. You know what? Yeah, I need to stop. See how they try to start stuff? But love you, mama.
Oh, come on, dude. Come on.
Because my girl can play some softball. Let me tell
yeah.
you. Athlete for sure.
Athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Next question comes from my Theo Fabian. When can I see my brother?
Never, fool.
Bruh.
Funny. You think you're hilarious. Whatever.
And then the last question, we're closing off with Sarah. She asked, how is she so fabulous?
I wanted to get that one in.
I don't know. How am I so fabulous? I don't think that's a question for me to answer. I can. But I think she's asking you guys that.
How is she? Oh, okay. So
I don't think she's asking me because she
you know.
would say, how are you so fabulous, right?
Very true.
So how would you answer that, Jacob?
I would say that there's a lot that goes into being fabulous. Just having the confidence to strut stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, if you like what you like to wear, do it. And I feel like my mom does that. Just that straight courage of just like, I'm wearing what I want to wear. I don't care what you say.
And I'm appropriate, okay?
Yeah.
Don't think that.
It's not like my
You have
mom's
confidence that
dressing
kills.
provocatively anywhere. It's just more like, okay, that looks good, but I don't think I could fit it. Mom's like, if I like it, I like it, and I'm going to wear it, I'm going to wear it.
Very true. And for attitude, like, how would an attitude make her fabulous?
I think just being honest. I think people that lie and just people that just kind of like beat around the bush don't like come off as fabulous, I guess you can say. My mom is like, okay, this is what I think about you. Not like just straight up mean. If you say like, oh,
Yeah.
this person's being mean,
No,
you're going to get
and
it.
I have gotten a better filter as I've aged more gracefully. No, my younger self didn't have a filter, and I think it all has to do with maturity. I think that the older you get, you realize, who your real friends are, who, you can count on, and that's a big deal, and I think that as long as you're open and front, like I always tell everybody, either you like me or you don't. Like,
Very
there's
true.
no gray area with me, and I am one of the most loyal persons that you can get,
Yes.
but I'm also real quick to be like, bye, if it doesn't work. And it's not like, oh, I'm trying to keep someone in the box that you could only fit in, that's not even where I'm getting. I want everybody to be true and honest, and there's just some people that can't be part of my life because their lifestyle doesn't go to my beliefs or my family upbringing or whatever, but I have friends of everything. I mean, I still have friends from kindergarten that I talk to on a daily basis pretty much and hang out before COVID. We get together, I'm totally missing them, but we all know it's for safety purposes, but yeah.
Very cool.
And before we close out, I have one question.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of like a two-part question. What has been one thing that you missed because we are in COVID, and what's one thing that you learned and really appreciate because of COVID? Whether,
Okay, so I will start with one thing that I have learned with COVID is that I absolutely love the downtime with my sons, with my mom, even though it's been really hard because, like I said, we're a big family, and back before COVID, every other weekend there was a party of something and going. My kids had classes, or Julian had practices of this. We had catechism, and it was like, whoosh, whoosh, we were like, okay, bye, we'll see you later, blah, blah, blah. And I hardly saw them, Justyn would go with his girlfriend this day. Jacob had to do this at the school. Julian had practice, and I had to teach, and Julian was still attending catechism. So, it was hard for us to have any family time. So with COVID, it's really made me appreciate the time that I have with my boys. My boys are awesome, and it's not because they were born that way. It has to do...
born sucky.
No. Why I say that is my husband and I are really a team. We always made it a point that we weren't going to let these kids put us against each other, and we were always going to stick to our ground, regardless of what was happening. And in our private, we would talk, okay, we shouldn't have done this and whatever. Usually it's me, my lid gets popped when somebody be acting crazy. So, Jimmy is my son, he's the one, and that's why we make a good team. But with COVID happening, it really has just made me appreciate and realize, not that I didn't know, but that my kids are pretty freaking awesome, and it has to be because from the get-go, they've always learned that family comes first. And I mean, they get along beautifully. Now, do they bicker? Yes, they do. But they have done great, and just the time of spending together, cooking, there's a lot of things that Justyn has learned to do, with the cooking, and then just being together, watching movies, doing game night, doing things outside. Our yard was a big project, which it's still a work in progress, but I appreciate that time, and I learned to just embrace the downtime.
Right.
What I miss, OMG. I miss my date nights and my weekend getaways with my husband. I love my kids dearly, but I love my husband to myself. We have always gone away, at least for the weekend, for our anniversary. Our anniversary is in March, and that's when all the poop hit the fans. It was 2 weeks before it. Yeah. We had to cancel our weekend getaway in Coronado, which we were just... We were so upset, but we knew there was no way we can be out. So that's what I miss. I miss my alone time with my husband. And I do miss my family, believe it or not. I really do miss my family. And these holidays are going to be tough. But you know what? Like I keep telling my mom, it isn't going to be forever. And this is just to keep us all safe.
Very true.
Yep. And we just got to embrace that. Things could be way worse. We're super blessed that nobody in our family yet, and thank God, and I hope it continues like that, hasn't, been tested positive for COVID. And, I think a lot has to do with just being, cautious and, wear your mask, people. 6 feet and mask, not just your mask.
Very true. Well said,
Thank
honestly. Any more questions for... Mother dearest?
Really? No wire hangers.
No, I feel like what you said with the whole getting to know people and just almost like the way we are nowadays, like how you said that you want to be with dad, like you want to go on date nights. I'm sure me, Justyn, and Julian have gotten to points where like, okay, we've spent so much time together.
When are they gonna leave?
I can't wait to. not even for you guys.
No,
it's
I know.
We see you guys pretty much like most afternoons, and then that's just about it. I'm sure me, Justyn, and Julian have all said, man, I can't wait to go somewhere else other than here kind of thing. But it's also a matter of keeping like the strength of the family bonds together, and I felt like we've done a really good job keeping that.
And one of the things that the boys and I have that we've been doing has been talking about, like, oh, once this is over, we would want to go here, do this together. Have you and Dad had any like talks about that? Like, oh, when this is over, I like to go.
Yeah, we still want to go to Coronado. We really enjoy being on the island. It's super close to us, and it's super low key. I would like to do a family vacation because we haven't. In December we didn't because these boys had their wisdom teeth, and that was all our vacation money. They had their wisdom teeth pulled out. That's funny. You guys need to post that video.
Oh God.
Wait, someone has that?
I do.
I'm sure we all have it.
We might post it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too funny. But yeah, so I mean, definitely a vacation, and I don't know if we'll ever go back to the big family parties without being like,
it's weird.
A little scared,
We've talked about this before, in that like we used to go and approach our family parties of like 40, 50, 60 people even. Very loosely, nothing like to the point where we're hand sanitizer each time. It's only when your hands get like sticky or just covered. Now it's kind of like you kind of take precautions for the kids, for the elderly, just because of all of the complications of COVID-19, we've put like grandma on like maximum security.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a bunch of other people at home could probably attest to that. Like some of their elder family members could be in something like that. So we've had it at our house. So it's going to be a little bit weirder.
Yeah.
I can definitely
and I mean,
that.
and our family functions just inviting my siblings and their children and
Isn't
their
that
children.
already?
It's like 54, 55.
Yeah.
That's
And maybe
just
like
my family.
a third of those are kids, and maybe
Yeah,
a sliver of
honestly.
those are babies younger than like 2 or 3 years old.
Yep.
So it's a little.
Yeah.
It's a
And
big
we will,
melting
and
pot.
we will. It'll probably be more of a park thing and not anytime soon. I'm looking forward to the time where we can be together again.
Yeah.
But I think that just like anything, we need to slowly go into it. And I mean, I'm sure it's going to be after like vaccines or I don't know. God only knows, and we have to just know He has a plan.
Very true.
Yep.
That's a nice way to say it and a nice way to end the episode.
Nice
too.
way to wrap it up.
Yeah. Wow, Mom, you're a natural.
Episode
Duh.
20 is coming up very soon. We have Isaiah coming in. We will be trying the last dab, and we actually have a couple new weird foods that we're going to try. Got
Yes.
some really different animal jerky. We're not going to tell you just yet. Some disgusting sodas that we're hopefully going to get my mom to try. Just some shots of it,
We'll
maybe.
see.
But we will see, yeah. And then hopefully we can get King Daniel up on the podcast. So, honestly, thank you, Mom. Thank
You're
you, Mom,
welcome. Thank you for
taking
having
time
me.
out of your busy schedule.
Anything for my boys.
There we go.
Yeah, so thank you guys for watching this week's episode. Stay tuned for more content, and see you guys next time.
And subscribe.
And subscribe. Oh, and one more thing. On October 12th is my mother's birthday, so please wish her happy birthday. And yeah, guys, thank you so much again for watching.
Bye.